Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Adrienne in New York City. Hope you had a beautiful weekend. Happy Sunday. So today I'm already in my PJs, my favorite PJs. I got these at Nordstrom's. I love these PJs. It's like from their Nordstrom lingerie line, and they're just like classic PJs, and you can have different bottoms like shorts or pants, or it could be like just an oversized shirt. Really nice, really nice. Sells out very fast and it is very affordable. And instead of being like old-fashioned fabric, it is like very silky modal, and it's so nice. I love it. Love it. Definitely put it on your wish list, and when they come back, or maybe they have your size available. It's such a nice quality, and it washes well too, so very good. Sorry, I digress. I'm all over the place today, this Sunday. Sunday for me is kind of like a do whatever I feel like doing day, and so that's the kind of mood I'm in. And so I actually like chopped my hair 3 inches today. I used a sheet mask to make my skin nice and glowy. I went through my products and used kind of items that are on the chopping block, which I'm happy to go through in a minute. And I also encouraged myself to use one of my favorite lip balms, colored lip balms of all time, and that's what we'll be talking about, which are the NARS lip balms. I have 6 shades. I've been wearing them all day. These are the shades. I love this formula. I love this product, and yeah, I'll get into it in a moment. Stay tuned. So before I start, since I mentioned that I had some products that I was using on my face that I sort of like, I'm kicking to the curb, I wanted to highlight what those products are. I think in 2021, I'm going to do like a chopping block series, because I love those series. Like when you force yourself to use items that you've been avoiding, I think it's a telltale sign that either the item doesn't work for you, or, you know, maybe you're just over it, whatever it is. So a couple of items that I kind of challenged myself to play with. I have been trying to just pan this item. I think it's changed. You know, I've had it for a while. I have the shade Light, and it's sort of changed texture. It doesn't have a funny smell or anything, but definitely the texture is not the same. It's like quite dry on my skin, so I've been really struggling even just panning this little bit. And I mix it too with this one in Fair, which this one is really a fresh one, and I could tell there's a texture difference between the two. But today I used the primer, the Glossier Future Dupe primer, and I feel like it really brought this to life again. I'm so happy. So I think I will be able to pan this, because I didn't want to just toss out the last bit. I feel like I've made it so far. I love panning things. So yeah, so this was rejuvenated by Glossier's Future Dew. Super happy about that. On my cheeks, not so happy about it. It's this blush by ColourPop. It's in the shade Vogue. It is a beautiful, like rosy rose color. I love the embossing and everything. I've only used it a few times, but truthfully, it's just way too pigmented for me. And I don't want to have to fuss with my blush. I have beautiful blushes in my collection. The shade reminds me too much of like the Illamasqua Naked Rose blush, which is one of my favorite blushes, and the texture of which is, you know, out of this world. So this is the Illamasqua Naked Rose powder blush, and I mean, this very similar on the skin, these two colors. And this one looks a little brighter, but really they yield about the same color. And this one just is the superior product, and I don't need to have a million blushes, so I'm sure someone's gonna love this, so I'm gonna just pass this along. I have this Becca bronzer which is gorgeous. It's called the Sunrise Waves bronzer. And this came out like a couple of years ago. It has 3 different bronze colors. It has, let me read here, Bali Sands, Capri Coast, and Bronze Bondi. So that's that right there. And on the side here, it has opal. And I just noticed, well, there's a couple of problems with this. If you just want to use opal, this area is so tiny. I wish they would come out with a larger pan size. I think it would be extraordinary, because I don't like to mix opal in with, kind of swirl my brush and get everything. I like to concentrate on this section and kind of get opal. And I have it on my skin right now, and you know, opal looks nice, very wet-like. It's pretty, but it's just really difficult to get. So this is like my highlight brush. There's no way to like limit yourself to that section. So that's problem 1. Problem 2 is the bronzers, and I don't know if you can see, but their texture is just off. It's just aged. I can tell. You can tell when a face powder doesn't perform anymore. So I do think it's time to let this one go. But yeah, it was a beautiful product, and I do think that Becca should come out with it, but a larger pan. Not Marc Jacobs large, but still like a little larger. Just a thought, Becca. I know I'm not working for you. And then this one, should I declutter it just yet? It's just so fussy. And it's the Anastasia Dip Brow. I used to use this a lot. You'll see I've used quite a bit. It's in the shade Taupe. I'm wearing it right now. It's a pretty like natural color on me. Like, it's not particularly like so dark or dramatic. It is nice, but I feel like I have a pencil that's in this, and I much prefer pencils, and this is just really, really fussy, and it's dried out, like beyond dried out. It's like sludge. So I feel like it's time to let it go. It was good to me. It was good to me. And then last, it's not really on my chopping block per se, but I am reacquainting myself with this lovely eyeshadow palette from ColourPop. I bought it quite some time ago. It's Night Owl, which I love owls. And this color story is really, really pretty, very warm, has all of these matte shades, mostly mattes. This one is a bit of a satin, and here are mattes, and then these are beautiful shimmers. And so on my eyes today, I put this color kind of everywhere. I wanted to create kind of a wash look. I used this color to blend out the edges, this one as well, and I put some of this on the lid. And it's a really nice palette, but I have a feeling it's not performing as it used to. And so I plan on in 2021, and let me know if you're interested in this, I feel like I've amassed a collection of Sydney Grace shadows, which are gorgeous. And as great as ColourPop shadows are, Sydney Grace's blow them out of the water. And so I think I'm gonna try to like create color stories and catalog it for myself. So maybe dupe this one with shades from Sydney Grace, and maybe do a split pan. And if I do this maybe once a week, I'll get through all my palettes, because I do want to get to a very reasonable kind of amount, a collection. I don't have an overwhelming amount of eyeshadow palettes. I used to have hundreds. Now I think I have about 35 or around there, 40 maybe. And still I think that might be a little too much for one person. So yeah, I'm still playing around with ideas, but I did do this look. It's nice and it's warm and pretty, and it's hard because the light's coming from this way, and so this will always look darker. So I'm sorry, I'm a little off center. But let me try to move you. How's that? Better? A little better? Somewhat better? I don't know. Anyway, Now let's get to the Lippies, the Lippies. So these are the Lippies. They come in these beautiful containers. And the containers tell you what color is inside. I love that detail. I can't tell you how much I love that detail. I love it. Another thing I love about these products, and I'm wearing right now Laguna on my lips, which is a very, very subtle sheen. Let me try to pull it. And I took swatches of these in daylight, which I will insert at the end of this video so you can see the difference. But this is Laguna, and it's just a hint of kind of a gold sheen with a little bronze. It's really, really pretty and super wearable, like a kind of wearable nude. The texture is a balm. It's a balm, but it holds its own. So what I mean by that is, you know, this is going to take me a while to get through. This is a solid product. The other products I really love are sort of like those clicky balm products. Let me pull one out so that you know what the heck I'm talking about. You know, I have the M Cosmetics ones, which are these here, where you kind of click it and a little bit of product comes out. And then I have also, like, from Tarte, the Maracuja Juicy Lips. Same thing, you kind of click it and it comes out. These are really, really soft. So when you apply these on your lips, they are very kind of, they're a little too buttery. They're a tiny bit too buttery. And so you end up using a lot more product with this type of applicator. What I like about the NARS ones is that, you know, it is an investment. They do have like bundle kits where you can get better pricing, but it is an investment and it's gonna last a while. So if there's a shade that you like, I highly recommend trying it. So again, it's just all metallic, really beautiful. Laguna on the lips, love Laguna. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let me swatch all of them and then I'll maybe talk a little bit more about each of them and if there's sort of any significant differences in formula. But this one that has some shimmer, you don't feel any shimmer particles on the lips, and I would say it comfortably wears down and you can just reapply without having to wipe your lips or anything. There's like no funny residue left behind, and you get a few hours wear of it. It hangs on. It really does hang on to the lips. So, you know, it's a beautiful product. I love the NARS packaging aesthetic. There's some shades that are killer in here, like killer, that I know I will repurchase. Laguna's nice, but it's not one of them. So let me put on a different color and I will be right back. So this is Torrid. It's this color here. Another thing I want to mention about NARS and sort of what I notice about them, which I actually really appreciate because I feel it aligns itself with really what consumers want, is they have a great color shade and they really lean into it. So Orgasm, you'll have the cheek, the highlighter. You know, every lip product will have an Orgasm shade. Torrid is another one of those shades. Laguna is another one of those. There's a famous bronzer, Laguna. Torrid, there's beautiful cheek products and also other lip products. So it's one of those that if you know you like that shade already in something and you want the complementary shade in like a balm, that's something that you can get. And even though I know this pisses off people who have a lot of makeup, I feel like the majority of people don't have a lot of makeup and stuff like this makes them happy. So I think about those consumers too. So this is Torrid, which is a beautiful kind of corally color. Really wearable, really easy to wear. Sometimes corals are hard to wear. So it's not as vibrant as in the the tube. So that's Torrid. This is Orgasm, the shade. It's that peachy pink. It's this perfect hybrid of like pink and peach. That's really like the basis of Orgasm, with like a tiny shimmer of like a gold, but like a very pale gold. So that's really like a lot of the products. This one I would say has a hint of shimmer, but nothing detectable, and it is not something you can feel on your lips. And this one comes in a pale, very pale peachy pink container. So that is Orgasm. Now you're probably saying to yourself, all these colors look alike. What are you talking about, lady? And I hear ya. I hear ya. There's very subtle differences. This one I'm gonna put on is Dolce Vita, another very popular shade of NARS in other formulas. And this one, I hope you see, is more pigmented. So this one has much more of a rosiness to it. And it's really, really lovely. And this one comes in a deeper pinky, bronze, rose gold packaging. So that is Dolce Vita. So this one here, so we're getting to the darkest shades that I have. This one's called Turbo. Now, I don't know if the Turbo exists, but this is in a beautiful red metallic packaging. So yeah, not sure if Turbo exists in another Lippie. Probably, I would say probably. So I love this color. It's like you just ate a lollipop, you know, or like a popsicle. I love it. It's just a real wearable red, very similar to Ladybug from MAC. This one has a little more pink in it than Ladybug, pretty sure. But sorry, I was like looking at Ladybug like if it was going to talk to me and tell me how different it is. But it's really, really just a wearable reddish kind of color. And again, just the hydration, it's just so nice. Such a nice formula. So again, this is Turbo. Now I have to turn off the camera. Okay, so we are rounding the corner. I have reached the last shade I have. It's in this beautiful berry, I don't even know what you call this, packaging. It's gorgeous. I love it. And this is Wicked Ways, I believe. Right, Wicked Ways. And it's this dark, plummy color. This, along with Turbo, are probably my favorites in the line. Because I'm seeking, you know, I am seeking color. I want things that shade my lips. I don't want to just wear things with like a really subtle sheen. I'm happy to have the others in my collection, but this is my jam. Literally my jam. I love this color. I am somebody who, if you've seen some other of my videos, I know I've mentioned this. I am constantly seeking out shades like this one. I once upon a time had this beautiful, beautiful product from L'Occitane. It was a shea butter lip pot, this big. And I mean, thing cost like $25, and it was this dark plum color, and it was gorgeous, and I loved it, and I used it until it turned on me, and then L'Occitane didn't sell it anymore. And everyone is like, well, try, you know, Clinique's Black Honey, and Black Honey does not do this to my lips. Wicked Ways does this to my lips. There's some others in the scope of my collection that do this, but this is like my favorite type of balm shade. It's this dirty, plummy look. It's not for everyone. In others, you could look a little drab, maybe. Totally gets you. But on me, this is one of my favorite shades. I'm a 90s gal through and through, and this just reminds me of the 90s. I love it. I love it. I love it. So those are my 6 shades. That is the Afterglow collection. I think there's a couple of other shades. There's one that's Fast Lane, I think, which is like a brighter pink. I didn't like that one, so I didn't buy it. And there's also a clear one, which I think is completely useless for like 20 some dollars pop. Hell no, I'm not falling for it. Neither should you. But if you like any of these colors, if you love the aesthetic, if you love whatever, I mean, it's makeup, have fun, do what you want. Highly recommend it. I would say very quickly, I am not like a completely, you know, bougie girl. I do like, I'm trying to find it now. I do like a drugstore product, and I will quickly give you a dupe. I don't know if this is gonna work. I didn't try this, but in my mind, it's a dupe. So let's see. I'm not gonna show you what it is. Very similar, very similar. This one has a very strong berry scent, and it is the Nivea Black Cherry Lip Care. I think this is $3 or $4 at Ulta. This is beautiful too, very balmy, super affordable. They also have some great colors, great other colors. I know they have like watermelon. I have watermelon. It has a very faint tint. But this is pretty darn close. This is, I think, the closest drugstore dupe for that kind of black cherry, black honey look. So if you like that, this is certainly something to look at. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that video. Hope that it was interesting for you. Stay tuned. Really quickly, I'll insert some swatches of all of these colors. I swatched it on my arm in the daylight, nice kind of 2 p.m. light, so not too cool, not too warm, so you can get a good idea of the shade differentiations. So anyhow, hope you're doing well, hope your Sunday was well, hope it kicks off your week, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.